Assalamu Alaykum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to part 2 of how to write basic Arabic letters. If you haven't watched part 1, please go back and do so. In this video, inshallah, we're going to be going over how to write the letters dal, dhal, ra, zai, seen, and sheen. Okay? Remember from our last video, we talked about how our letters in terms of the ocean, some letters are floating, like the boats. Others are sinking, or not sinking, but others are in the water with the fish, swimming with the fish, and others might be doing both, so half and half. Okay, some of it might be above the water, and the other half might be swimming with the fishes under the water. Okay, so let's first start off with the letter dal, since they are like sisters. Okay, so dal and dal are very simple letters. Some students like to describe them like the letter C backwards. It is similar to the letter C in English, but it is more straight. So C is really curvy, like a half circle. Dal and dal are more straight. So let's start off. Dal and dal are not very tall; they're on the shorter side. So if you're writing, you're gonna reach about the midline of your space. Okay. We're gonna start. We're gonna go down, and we're gonna make our backwards C. Okay. So this is dal. Remember, dal has no dots on top. Now, if I wanted to write dhal, dhal is the same exact base shape, okay, except that dhal has one dot on top, okay? So go ahead and practice. Keep writing these over and over again. Again, remember, here is our ocean, our water. Here's our water. Here's our fish, okay? Our fish are under, okay? So our fish are swimming under. Dal and dhal do not go under the line. Okay? So let's write it again. Simple, start the middle. Come, and boom. There's your letter. Let's try dhal one more time. Start the middle. Curve it around. And put your dot on top. So there's your letter dal. Here's dal. And you have the letter dhal in the blue. Dhal. Okay, the next two siblings are Ra and Zai. Ra and Zai are similar, except that just like Dal and Dal, Zai has one dot. Okay, so Zai is gonna have one dot on top. Ra has nothing on top. So let's write Ra and Zai. One important thing to know about Ra and Zai is that none of them, Ra and Zai, both of them, they are not above the water. They are both swimming with the fish. So if you're gonna start your line at the bottom. And you're gonna go under to the swimming with the fish. So if I have my there, you see that? Here's the ocean, right? If I draw some fish, right? They're swimming. Ra is swimming with the fish. Zai, same thing. Except that I have one dot. The one dot for Zai is not in the water. It is above. It is above the water. Okay. So here's my Ra. Here's my Zai. Okay. So let's write it one more time. Ra, it's like a slide under the water. And Zai, same thing, slide under the water. Now remember, Dal and Dal, if I compare Dal and Dal to Ra and Zai, because some students get confused these two, what you're going to do is you're going to compare it like this. You're going to put the Dal like this and the Dal like that. So as you can see, Dal and Dal are completely above the water, and Zai and Ra are completely submerged under the water. They are completely under. Okay, so take some time to write these out and practice them. Then the last two letters are seen and sheen. Seen and sheen, again, are siblings. Seen and sheen, they're very similar. They have the same base shape. And seen is very simple. So the first thing you want to do is write down like a W. Okay, the English letter W. So you're gonna give her three teeth. 1, 2, and that's 3. And then you're gonna give her a big belly. Okay. So if I draw my line for the ocean, you'll see the only part that should be above the ocean is the W side of the scene and this little curved tail. But the whole big belly of it, okay, is under the water. We're under the line. Let's write it again. 1, 2, and then big belly. Okay. For this one, we're going to put sheen. Sheen is very simple. Sheen, her dots are above. They line like this. And you can clearly see the 3 dots on top. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, go all the way under, 3. Okay? And this is seen. Alright, so inshallah, this is the end of part 2. Make sure you practice these, okay? Write them over and over again. Make sure, again, the sizes are important. Make sure that nothing is too big, too small. And you remember that dal and dal are completely above the line, and they're small, they're not very tall. Ra and zai are completely under the line, they're swimming with the fish. And seen and sheen do both. So the top part of the seen is above the water, and the big belly, the big hump, is under the water, swimming with the fish. Okay? So inshallah, I'll be putting up part 3 soon. So make sure you practice these.